Hey Plannerholics! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther. Today I'm going to be sharing my 2017 planner setup inside my new Hobonichi cousin. For most of this year, 9 months to be exact, I've been using the bullet journal system in this Leuchtturm 1917 notebook as my one and only planner. I still really love it, but I miss having a dated planner. This notebook, I'd say, has served its purpose quite well, and I just have a few pages left over to complete the year. But it's time to move on, and so here I have my Hobonichi all ready to start using next year. For my planner cover, I cut up this beautiful floral scrapbook paper and sized it to fit behind the transparent cover on cover. I used another design in the back since the paper I had wasn't wide enough, though I think it adds some flair, don't you? Opening up the planner, I wanted to set up my pockets to be as functional as possible without bulking up the space too much. So I prepared a few washi samples on laminated cardstock paper to have at hand in case I'm out and about. I also placed my shop's contact card. And then I cut another piece of scrapbook paper and stuck down a few page flags from the Target dollar spot for easy access. And over on this smaller pocket, I placed this cute airplane paperclip. In my side pocket, I tucked in a few functional and seasonal planner stickers to use in my spreads. I made this little folder out of remaining scrapbook paper to house my smaller stickers, like my mini icon calendar stickers. I have some expense labels, some chuck boxes, and lots of half boxes, all from my Christmas line at the shop. And here are just some more Christmas stickers that I have left over to decorate. And over on the very front, I used a sticky note from the Target dollar spot to write out the year. You could say that this first glance is sort of like my dashboard. The very first spread in the planner is the yearly overview. There's a full page for 2017, and you also get a glance at 2016 and 2018. I made some rainbow header stickers with the weekdays since the planner had the Japanese symbols and it was getting confusing for me. This way, I can also give it a personal and colorful touch. I also used a rainbow washi strip up at the top to write out my title for these spreads. And that's because I plan on using this year at a glance to track my work vacation days. I've already used a highlighter to mark the days that I took off in 2016. The next set of pages is the year in a monthly vertical view. My plan is to use this space as my future log, where I can record holidays, birthdays, and reoccurring events that may come up. I also made some monthly header stickers in the same rainbow colors I used for the year at a glance pages. And I wrote the weekday abbreviations on top of the Japanese symbols so that I can tell apart each week. I highlighted all of the Spanish holidays in pink so that I know what days of the month I don't have work. And any other holidays I just wrote in black pen. Then I used colored pens to write out the different birthdays of each month, and I tried to color coordinate with the label on top. Up at the top, I decided to use some page flags as reminders of appointments or due dates that happen each month. On the bottom space, I will write out any upcoming things which I need reminding of. Could be a book or movie premiere, any special fairs that might take place, or additional appointments. As I said, a place to record any future plans of the year. Now we open to the month on 2 pages spread. This is a glance of the month in a more detailed look. Everything that I've written down in my future log, I transfer to this spread. On the sidebar, I write my major monthly task and any important notes. I love decorating my spreads, so I couldn't help but add some washi to the bottom of the page and combine my decorating in a functional but pretty way. I've tried to use very minimal decorative stickers to keep the page clean and easy to look at when I need to take care of my planning. All of the stickers you see in this spread are from my shop if you check out my Christmas section. Since this is something that I will be referring to often, I created a monthly tab to access the page quicker along with some others. I used these repositionable tabs that I bought at Staples about 3 years ago, and what I did was cut them in 3 equal pieces and rounded the corners with a corner puncher to make them into this rounded shape. I then covered them with some masking stickers, and voila! I've created myself a monthly, weekly, and today tab, as well as a finances and stats tab for a quick flip in the planner. After the monthly pages, the Hobonichi then includes weekly pages. I haven't used these yet as the first week starts on December 26, so all I've done is pre-decorate a little bit with my holiday stickers and jotted a few things. I'm still brainstorming on how I'm going to use this layout, but I think this is where all of my main planning will go. I'll use the sidebar for tasks and notes, and I'll also reserve a space to keep a log of my expenses below. The hourly section will obviously be for appointments or events, and the available checkboxes for my top 3 tasks of the day. Though I'm sure as I start using this weekly layout, I will be figuring it out what works and what doesn't work in my planning system. After the weekly pages, there's a 2-page spread of graph paper with the intention of writing your yearly goals. However, I decided to create my bill and expenses tracker. In my bullet journal, I always made this table for every month. So this time, to save me the hassle of having to draw a bunch of charts each month, I decided to make a full year tracker all at once. And this way, it allows me to view my bills and how much I've spent all in one glance. I covered up the title that was in the planner with some washi and added a piggy bank sticker to make it cuter. As you can see, I've sectioned my bills into home, utilities, car, medical, food, and expenses. For my expenses, at the end of each month, I will be adding all of the weekly tracking that I've done and record the total sum in this chart. After this, your daily pages begin. At the start of each month, there's a blank line page which you can use for goals, to-dos, etc. Personally, I like to make myself some pretty covers, that way I can incorporate some fun art journaling into my planner. To separate the start of each month, I'll also be adding a strip of washi tape to the side, so that when I close the planner, I can quickly flip between months, and I'll be doing this to each and every cover page. I still haven't figured out how I want to use my daily pages, but most likely I'll be doing some creative journaling or making really long daily to-do lists, especially on busy days, using the bullet journal method, of course. After the daily pages, there's 3 extra grid pages to use for whatever you please. So I'll be sure to give you an update on that when I figure it out. And last but not least, what I wanted to show you is how I've repurposed a timetable chart that was included in the planner and turned it into a stats tracker for all of my social media channels. I created that same rainbow header labels for my months and put the first half of the year on top and the rest on the bottom. I then made myself some social media logo stickers and of course used a washi strip for my title. Just like my finance tracker, this chart will let me see in one glance how well my stats are progressing throughout the year. I absolutely love how this spread turned out and I can't wait to start filling it in. I haven't filled out any other page in the planner except for some pen testing in the back on this graph area. The Tomoe River paper is surprisingly resistant and shows no bleed through except on permanent markers. There's just a faint shadow, but it doesn't bother me because my Leuchtturm notebook also shadowed and I got used to it. Anyway, After all the pen testing, I decided that the best pens to use in this planner are the free Uni Coletto pen that came with the planner. It has a super thin stroke and I love it because it's perfect for writing smaller fonts. And these Staedtler pigment liner pens, I bought this pack at a local office store. It comes in various sizes, as well as this Lumo Color permanent marker, which is great for writing on top of washi tape or glossy stickers. The Pilot G2 is also lovely to write with, but the ink on this pen takes much longer to dry on the pages, so it will cause smearing if you're not careful. At the back of the planner, I'm storing this adorable ice cream postcard that I bought at IKEA last summer. And I'll be using its thick cardstock as a pencil board to write on top of. So that is all I have set up in my Hobonichi cousin, and some of the plans that I will be trying out in 2017. I really love the first time you start a new planner, and the feeling of breaking into it. It really forces me to rethink my planning system and if it needs any changes or improvements. I hope you got a few ideas on setting up your new planners. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, and let me know in the comments below what planner or planners you will be using next year. This will be my last video of 2016, so I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported my channel this year. I truly appreciate each and every comment and like. Thank you so much for watching. Bye everybody!